So now most of those deals require something other than money. There are occasionally a deal where it might be a distressed asset, and if you put in $10 million, it saves the company and it turns around straight away. But usually it needs more than money. It's very rare that it just needs money. And so if you take, for example, Tassal, which is the largest aquaculture business in the country by a long, long way, and one of the most profitable. I bought that out of receivership for $42.5 million. It was broke. And it needed money to pay out the bank because the 42 was owed to the ANZ Bank. Okay, so I look at that, and why was that deal right for me, and why didn't I sort of pass it off to somebody else? Well, let's forget about the second part, because the whole world came and looked, but it was not a good time in aquaculture, so they didn't come. But it needed money to pay the bank out, so it needed $42 million, but it also needed some new leadership. So, I'd been advising the company for 10 years in any case, so I knew it back to front. And I put in place new farm manager, new CEO, new CFO, the whole works. And really, apart from that, the dynamics of the industry changed a bit, but it needed more than money. And so I needed to have a vision about how I could fix it. And I had that vision because I'd already been advising him for 10 years. So I had a view about what you could do with that business, with Coles and Woolworths and exports and so forth, and also how you could expand that business. So I won't go into the detail of that because it's a little bit messy, but it had significant expansion. So when I bought it, I think I was doing, let's say, 4,000 tonnes of salmon a year. Now it's doing 40,000 tonnes of salmon. So it was a big geographical expansion, east, west coast, up north, and so forth, which took away a lot of risks. Because one of the reasons it went broke in the first place was you had hot currents coming down the east coast of Australia, and the fish don't die, but they don't feed. So Coles are saying, give me fish out of the water at 3 kilos or 5 kilos, and you look in the pens and they're 1.5 kilos because the water's too warm. So that geographical diversification was something I knew needed to happen. So anyway, I've gone on too long about that, but the point is this, that whether it's me as an individual, and we'll come to this if you're talking about entrepreneurs and so forth, or whether it's a corporate, you need to have a clear view about what you're good at and how you're going to apply that to the acquisition itself. So the acquisition itself is typically never just a good acquisition. It's a good acquisition with you involved. And so how to do that. Now, there's another layer to this which is even more important than getting that right.